Hey there, welcome to my channel. If you're an athlete who is trying to drop body fat, but you find that your endurance efforts, power, strength, and energy in training are all going downhill, then this video is just for you. It's likely that you're cutting and dropping into a deficit the wrong way. Many athletes approach fat loss just like the general population. Excessive calorie deficits, increasing their cardio, and assuming that the fat is just gonna drop off really quickly. But if your focus is to optimize performance and drop your body fat, then this approach will backfire on you. So in this video, we're gonna go through exactly why energy balance is different for athletes, how you can reduce muscle breakdown, and why excessive dieting can lead to relative energy deficiency in sport, impacting your energy, performance, and recovery. But before I go any further, please like this video and hit the subscribe button so you can never miss one of my new videos. So fat loss seems pretty straightforward. Drop your calories, train even more, and watch the weight drop. But as an athlete, your energy demands and goals are not the same as a sedentary or general population individual. Your muscle mass is higher, your energy demands are higher, and your body requires specific macronutrient amounts to maintain your performance. So what happens when you cut calories aggressively? Well, extreme calorie deficits where you're losing more than 500 grams of weight per week, usually in the form of about a 700 calorie deficit, can lead to muscle breakdown. With this large calorie deficit, you're also left with lower amounts of carbohydrate, which drops your muscle glycogen and impacts your ability to perform at higher intensities. And if these calories also stop you from being able to raise your protein to upwards of 2.2 to 2.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight, you're then at risk of not being able to maximize muscle protein synthesis and support your recovery. So from these three things, as we can see, if your energy availability drops too low, your body goes into a catabolic state to preserve energy over optimal performance. This can then lead to REDS, which is Relative Energy Deficiency in sport, which is a common syndrome amongst athletes who are not meeting their energy demands through fueling. It can then impact anything from metabolic health, hormone levels, and bone density, which paints the picture that fast fat loss and excessive diets are not the answer for athletes. This chronic energy deficiency leading to REDS can impact your performance and recovery, but can also stop you from playing your sport altogether. Some common symptoms of REDS can be anything from decreased performance despite training intensity and training adaptations, frequent injuries due to weakened bones and connective tissue, poor recovery where muscle soreness lingers for longer and you have aching joints and pains, suppressed immune function, getting sick more frequently, always battling with the common cold, and hormonal disruptions where muscle breakdown can happen in males or menstrual dysfunction in females. This is why fueling properly as an athlete is crucial. It's not just about your body composition, but also about your health and longevity in your sport. So let's go through the common mistakes that I notice athletes making and how you can avoid them when you're wanting to optimize your body composition and drop your calories. The first biggest mistake, which I'm sure you'll guess, is cutting your calories way too aggressively. Over time, a large energy deficit can lead to a slower metabolism, muscle breakdown, and poor recovery. So if you're trying to lose more than 500 grams of weight a week, you're likely moving too fast. Number two is neglecting a high protein intake while in a deficit. Now, you might have nailed the amount of protein you require at maintenance calories. However, when you're in a deficit, your protein requirements increase so that you maintain muscle mass and you recover well. In addition to this, athletes tend to fast to make a deficit easier. However, protein distribution across the whole day allows for a steady flow of amino acids so that you're always recovering and always stimulating muscle protein synthesis. So make sure you're splitting your total protein intake across 3 to 4 meals in the day so that you're always recovering well. The third mistake is prioritizing cardio over strength training. In addition to low protein or not enough protein, excessive cardio can also lead to muscle breakdown if you are not prioritizing your strength training. Strength training will help to reduce the effects of muscle protein breakdown and also prime your nervous system to stimulate and maintain your strength levels. The fourth mistake is carbohydrate restriction. Carbs are usually the first thing to go in a deficit, and Fast weight loss can happen because of this, and it's not fat loss that's occurring in this phase, it's actually just a drop in water weight from the carbohydrates that you've lost. 1 gram of carbs can hold on to 3 grams of water. So as soon as we drop your carbohydrate intake, the water is also lost in this process. But what's important to note is as an athlete, a low carbohydrate diet is not conducive of optimal performance. So dropping your carbohydrates too low in the initial stages of a deficit can impact your energy levels instantly. It's also important to prioritize carbohydrates to keep your muscle glycogen levels stored up so that you're not breaking down your muscle tissue for energy. And the fifth and final mistake is not getting enough sleep. Sleep is essential for hormone balance, muscle repair, and training adaptations. And in a deficit, stress levels increase and can therefore interrupt your sleep. When you pair this with watching Netflix, scrolling on your phone, and staying up late at night, stress even further elevates. Poor sleep or not enough sleep can also disrupt your hormones, increasing your cravings throughout the day and reducing your compliance to your deficit. So make sure you get a good night's sleep, you prioritize a good wind down routine, and you're getting at least 8 hours every single night. So to summarize, here are the 5 main things that you need to nail when you're adjusting your calories into a deficit. The first one is maintaining a moderate calorie deficit, dropping 300 to 500 calories per day so that you can maintain around a 500 gram loss of weight per week. The second one is optimizing your protein intake, increasing it to 2.2 up to 2.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. That's also spread across 3 to 4 meals in the day. And the third one is prioritizing 3 to 5 sessions of strength training per week. In addition to this, you can add in some zone 2 cardio to help burn some fat. And number 4, use your carbohydrates to fuel your performance. Prioritize having them pre and post training so that you're getting the energy that you need to perform well and the recovery that your body needs. Maintain at least 3 to 5 grams of carbohydrates per kilo of body weight, which will be relatively easy if you were already at maintenance calories. And last but not least, prioritize a good sleep routine. Aim to get at least 8 hours of shut-eye each night and have a good wind-down routine that allows you to fall asleep effortlessly. So if you've struggled to maintain your performance while in a calorie deficit, or you're planning on going into a calorie deficit soon, I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you do have any further questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll get right back to you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.